course, corn season went by a couple months ago. Ain't been much farming here on this patch except weeds and such. I found him lying on the ground over yonder, just like I told you. Scared the daylights out of me. I thought it was some kind of hungover man, but it looks like it could be the Jelly Man or the Giant. I couldn't tell you. I hadn't told the wife yet. I thought that since she was busy getting the kids together for a weekend to go to Cuyahoga to visit the other daddy. Look, I don't care what anyone says about that guy, but he makes the best chicken pot pie this side of the Mississippi. I'll tell you about it, man. I used to raise chickens in St. Louis, but that was when I was a city slicker like yourself.
Did you move the body at all?
Well, if I was a hungover guy, I moved him in the shade.
So how long you been in this field, Briggs?
Oh, I'm gonna be going on about 20 years now, actually. Been doing this thing way too long.
Yeah, where'd they send you in from?
First stationed out in Missoula, Montana in '87 when I first joined the force. Been in every little picking corner of the country since. Grew up in a small town though, so I know places like this. Bum freaking nowhere.
Yeah, it's not much to look at. We got a lot of character, that's for sure. A lot of good-hearted people in this town now. Some strange folk, but you get used to them. Once you get used to them, they got your back.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
How long you been here, Pete?
Born and raised, buddy.
Okay.
Yep, haven't moved too far from here either. Been sheriff 15 years now. Spent some time out in North Dakota for a while after college, though.
Get out of here.
Yep, near Sioux City.
Oh hey, I was gonna say, I had a brother who lives out near Bismarck. At least I think he does. He has some big distribution job, but he really hasn't talked to our family at all.
Yeah, that'll do it to you.
So Timberton, tell it to me straight. What's going on here? I mean, I've seen murders before, but definitely nothing like this. And these stories from the townspeople, do you really believe this stuff?
I know it may seem strange to you at first when you first get here, but you get used to some of these people here, really. And a few years ago,
you ever try one of these peanut butter bars? I mean, I was packing on my son's lunch for a while, but sneak one of my own once in a while. You want a nib?
No, I'm all right. You know where to turn, right?
Yeah, right here. So, are they still making them in bottles?
No, not anymore. Only cans now.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I know.
That's a true shame.
I know.
So, we want to crack open this case file again?
You really want to?
Yeah, why not? I mean, gotta keep all these facts straight in my head.
All right, your call. First reported murder was Henrietta Smith. She was found dead on February 2nd in her upper-level apartment at 114 Washington Street by her mother after having been reporting as missing for several days. There were no DNA samples or other forms of evidence found. Only traces of jelly all around her body and the distinctive marking on the left forearm. The next incident occurred on February 10th, only a few days after the coroner had filed his official report on the first murder. Mr. and Mrs. Stewart of 304 Ziegler Road were found dead on their front lawn early in the morning. It's unknown how they ended up here. This is several miles from their home, and the two apparently never leave their house. Once again, the jelly and the marking was present, but not any other indications of external human tampering.
There been more since then?
There was a quiet period for about 2 weeks, then we have this. On February 25th, David Brown's farm was vandalized sometime between midnight and 6 in the morning. All of his cows were found dead, with jelly smeared all across their face.
Come on, Pete. The way I see it, this is just a couple of miscreant kids, you know, having some sick, twisted, perverse fun and just making some trouble in the neighborhood with some bad jelly involved or whatever.
Well, we've had all the jelly samples tested, Paul. You know that. Every time the tests come up positive for Chronic Blessing's own unique home-style brand grape jelly.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget? You guys and your holy sanctified grape jelly.
I wouldn't be so quick to mock it, Paul. We made a killing off of it. It's been the backbone of this community. Back in the 80s, we had some major competition over it. Rival jam company came up, set up shop, Sutter's Hill, a long time ago. Think they made jelly beans?
Jelly beans.
Yeah, couldn't compete with us though. At one point they actually tried to buy out the town formula. We weren't gonna let them have it. Just kind of faded away into that.
Whoa, hey, slow down, wait a minute. Does this have anything to do with this Jelly Man thing that I've been hearing
Oh,
about?
Briggs, come on, don't do that.
No! I want to know what this is about. I've been hearing people talk about this in town this entire time I've been here. Don't me about this, okay?
This isn't the first time.
Excuse me?
Well, we've had incidents before, dating back to the 50s. You know, it was just like this. Started out a few unrelated deaths. Then came the slaughters.
Slaughters?
People were cut up, Paul. Arms and legs torn apart. Blood and guts everywhere. And jelly. Grape, strawberry, mango, peach, everything.
Whoa, hey man, this is getting a little bit heavy, Doc.
It stopped about the time the big factory went down. About 20 years since it closed, I reckon.
Alright, if you're trying to say that this has something to do with the jelly beast with the jelly bloop or whatever, I'm not buying it.
Well, there are stories. Some say immigrants brought them over when they came from Germany. They say stories of a man of jelly living in the forest. Some people are afraid of him, some look at him as a guardian. Either way you look at it, he's become a symbol of this town, Paul.
Oh, don't worry, I've heard enough of that town hall meeting last week.
The jelly beast brought back the ghost of old man Jenkins right on Scotland's Road, and I seen it.
The jelly beast done conceived a seed inside my woman's eggplant. The baby's a real beaut, I'll tell you what.
That done jelly beast really gets my goat. Figuratively, of course. My 4 horses drowned in the catfish hole last week. Jelly beast, I reckon.
The jelly beast ravish our crops. Town name. Most poorly educated are women and children. I won't stand for it.
Pete, don't tell me you're believing in all that malarkey either.
I don't know, Briggs. Been living here long enough, you start seeing things. You start seeing things, start believing things. I don't know what it is I believe. There's something out there. May just be the giant, too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because there can't just be one freaky monster in this pathetic cow-pow patch of a town.
A local legend has it. Some accidental byproduct of a experimental jelly bean. All went horribly wrong. This creature was created, kept it locked up in the mountains. This is all just folklores and wives' tales, of course. But you know.
Look, Pete. I still stand by what I said. Alright, from what I see here, what we've got are just a couple of hooligan kids with gruesome imaginations and nothing better to do than to cause havoc on this small town. I've seen it before, you know. I was stationed back out in Montana for 20 years, remember that. You know, I had to deal with these kind of rural communities. We saw this kind of thing happen all the time. You know, senseless violence, gruesome murders, complete sociopathic treatment of human life. Get this thing solved, alright? Now what I want for our first step, effective immediately, 10 o'clock curfew for all residents of the town. No questions.
Better come out to the train tracks with him, Briggs. Get the light.
You saying kids did this?
I'm not saying anything. We've seen him out here. Some people look at this jelly myth as a means of protection. If they're on his side, nothing bad will happen to him. So, naturally, he's been having some real weird behavior the past few months. Gotta keep at bay.
Sounds like got a regular Jamestown around here, Chief.
Now, I know it sounds crazy, Briggs, but there's something going on here. And I don't know what it is. Now, the Bureau said you're the man for the job. So figure out what's going on here, alright?
You're the boss, Timberton. stuck here. Stupid town, stupid hotel, stupid hat. Oh God, what is that?
Cut it out, man. Cut it. Okay. Cut it out. What the?
A stranger comes into the field, not knowing what his journey yields. Take heed, my friend, you've just been forewarned. Trouble follows those just washed ashore. Don't try to fight the force that controls. Just listen, child, and hear the rules. You must obey the forest gospel and offer gift to please the hostile. Leave the grape spirit at the altar, and you might find your peaceful shelter. But watch for beasts of legends known, for they shall wedge you to the bone. Now I must make haste, but keep in mind, one knows not where the path will wind.